Hello, my name's Lifescourge from the guild Into the Darkness on the Don realm, and in this video I'm going to show you the tactics and procedures of 5-man heroic StoneCore. In this dungeon there are 4 bosses: Corborus, Slabhide, Osrook, and High Priestess Azil. These boss encounters are fairly hard, but let's start off with the trash at the start of the instance. You face some of the hardest mobs in the entire dungeon. The mobs contain trash known as Millhouse Manastorm, Force of the Earth, StoneCore Berserker, and finally StoneCore Warbringer. Now, the order these trash must be taken down are Millhouse Manastorm, Force of the Earth, and either Berserkers or Warbringers after that. Crowd control is very needed in this dungeon. It's best to crowd control the Force of the Earth and one of the Warbringers, or just the Force of the Earth if you can't get both. I'm going to time skip to the first boss. First boss is called Corborus, like I said previously. It's a large gyro worm. Corborus's abilities are Crystal Barrage and Dampening Wave. Everyone should move far away from Crystal Barrage when Corborus starts shooting it. When Corborus casts Crystal Barrage, soon after crystal shards will start to float slowly towards random players in the group. These should be AoE'd down as soon as possible, as each explodes on contact with a player, causing 40k damage. Have the tank pull Corborus down to the rock wall at the end of the corridor and tank it there. When Corborus goes down and leaves space and time for everyone to run back up and thus have the easier time to avoiding Corborus jump. When Corborus burrows, avoid the dust clouds on the ground. That's where he'll be jumping around. Being there means that you'll be more likely to get hit and die. On Heroic, Corborus jumps will hit around 200k damage, so you'll be dead no matter what. During the boss burrowing phase, the shale spiders have a little more health and also do a bleed effect. These should be AoE down as well. When the boss comes back up, have the tank tow it away from the party and back to the rock wall. If ads are still up, DPS and AoE them down. Now, when we're going through this tunnel, there are these crystal giants. Now, when we're going through this cave, there are crystal giants. The crystal giants do a quake move. Just before the quake's being cast, you need to jump up to avoid taking a lot of damage. Okay, now going to time skip to the second boss. This is Slabhide. Its abilities are Sand Blast, which deals 25,000 nature damage to all enemies in front of the caster within 15 yards. It has Eruption, which deals 10,000 fire damage to all enemies within 5 yards. In addition, a pool of lava forms, which deals 5,000 damage per second to all enemies that touch it. In heroic mode, Slabhide will also use a move called Crystal Storm, which needs to be avoided by standing behind the rocks. The rocks also need to be avoided when they're falling down from the sky. These mobs are pretty difficult to take down because you have a very high chance of pulling all the other ones. So first you need to take down the sentry, which is a normal mob. That way it won't be able to run and pull all the other ones. After that you need to CC both of the fire guards. If that can't be done, then CC one of the ones that summon the Shadow Summoner. Then basically you just need to pull them all away so the ogres don't get attracted to you and start fighting you. And then you move along and attack the other mobs. It's easiest to pull them around the corner using a taunt move. The next boss is called Osrook. Its moves are Shatter, which basically winds up a vicious ground strike, dealing 89k damage to all enemies within 8 yards. But that's only on normal. On heroic it will probably kill the tank instantly. So when it does it, you need to move around it so you're on the side of it. That way you won't take any of the damage. It also has a move called Spike Shield, which causes spikes to erupt from Osrook's body. Any melee attacks made against Osrook while under the effect causes the attacker to bleed for 500 damage every second for 3 seconds. This effect stacks up to 20 times and lasts 10 seconds. It also uses a move called Elementium Bulwark, which charges the Elementium plates crafted by Uzrok, causing them to have 20% chance to reflect spells for 10 seconds. It seems to be around 100% on Heroic, but it shouldn't stop the DPS. It also has a move called Ground Slam. Now, this Ground Slam will probably kill anything that it touches, so when it's using Ground Slam, you need to run out of the area. The area will be marked by a bit of a dust cloud. The boss also has an Enrage move, which increases damage dealt by 50%. This should be taken down by a Hunter talent. On Heroic mode, the boss can also use a move called Paralyze, which stuns the party members for up to 8 seconds. On this boss, you need to use a dot, and when it uses Paralyze, the boss will lose the damage over time, and the Paralyze will be broken, allowing you to run away from the Ground Slam. Now, on these ads, you basically just need to kill everything, just AoE them all down. Now, the last boss is called High Priestess Azil. It has the following abilities: Curse of Blood, which increases the target's physical damage taken by 1000 for 15 seconds, which will be really bad, especially when it's summoning up all of its ads running around. It has an Energy Shield, which deals 15,000 arcane damage to all enemies within 5 yards, knocking them back. In addition, the caster becomes surrounded by an Energy Shield. This shield reduces all damage taken by 75% and allows the caster to fly. Basically, when the boss is flying, you just need to not do any damage to it. It also has Force Grip, which captures the target in a field of energy, lifting them up into the air before slamming them down into the ground. Each time the target is slammed into the ground, they take 20,000 damage. This damage is not reduced by armor, so stacking won't help. It also uses Seismic Shard, which shows a bit of a dust cloud on the floor. You need to avoid that, because if you don't, a shard will hit you for at least 40k damage. It uses a Gravity Well ability. If you go into it, you'll take damage straight away, and it will stop you being able to generate rage. When the ads come, you need to get them kited into the Gravity Well, and then they'll be killed. Other than that, you just need to nuke down the boss. Thanks for watching. This is a Warcraft Gamers production. Please rate, subscribe, and comment for upcoming videos.